1 year ago today, we were talking to our next guest about his latest book. Well, here he is again, 1 year later, with another new book to talk about. Mike Maden is a Tom Clancy fan who is now writing Tom Clancy books. He is the writer of the Jack Ryan Jr. series. His new book is Enemy Contact, which is out right now. What are the odds coming on the same day with a second book a year later? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. Congratulations on this. Before we talk about the series, talk about Tom Clancy and the influence as a writer yourself he's had.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Clancy practically invented this genre of the techno thriller. He managed to elevate technology to a character within these books, and he made it accessible. And for someone like me writing today, I have Google, I have the interwebs. It's relatively easy to find things. You have to dig and work hard, but Tom Clancy was doing it before the internet. I mean, he was a genius researcher, very bright guy. I've spoken to many people in the military, current and retired. They scratch their heads. How did Tom Clancy ever figure that stuff out? And he said, you can find lots of top secret things in the public library if you know where to look.
Yeah, so big honor to you though. You're kind of continuing his legacy.
It's a tremendous honor. It's a privilege. To tell you the truth, it's like a kid locked in a toy store after hours. They let me play. I enjoy it. I just have to promise not to break anything. But other than that, it's a great time.
Okay, so tell us about this series, and then we'll transition into your new book.
Sure. There's actually two books that come out every year. One is the Jack Ryan Jr. book, which follows he's the son of the iconic President Jack Ryan, which we're all familiar with, and that's the main series that Tom had launched. It's supposed to be a smaller book, focused more on the son and what he does. The fall books are focused more on President Ryan himself. It's major geopolitical issues with aircraft carriers and submarines and big stories.
Yeah.
Mine's the smaller story, but I always want to have the stakes to be huge. So it's just Jack usually, but there's a lot on the line. Well,
so this latest book is called Enemy Contact. Sum it up for us, if you will, without giving too much away.
Well, Enemy Contact follows Jack Ryan Jr. across 2 continents as he battles to keep a deathbed promise to an old friend, while he's fighting to save NATO from a very ambitious Chinese plot that's centered in Poland, and thwarting a brilliant hacker who is launching a murderous assault on the entire American intelligence community.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's heavy stuff.
But it's a small book.
It's a small book.
That's the small summer book. It's a good summer read. It's a good, action-y summer read.
So you mentioned the internet. Is that where you do all your research, or do you follow Tom Clancy's lead and go to the library?
Oh, I love the library. I was basically raised in the stacks, so I absolutely love the library. But yeah, Google is a writer's best friend. However, the other thing that my wife and I always do every year, we love to do, and it's a privilege, is we try to travel to the places that we write about as often as we can. And,
oh, cool.
And a lot of this book is set in Poland.
Okay.
And we went to Poland last year in 2018. That was actually the 100th anniversary of Polish independence. Poland literally didn't exist on the maps of Europe from 1795 until the end of World War I, when Woodrow Wilson stood up at the end of the war and said, there needs to be a Poland. And so to go there last year, to see Polish patriotism on display and their flags and the Polish eagle was exciting. But to see the American flag flying everywhere and pictures of Woodrow Wilson and Ronald Reagan. I mean, the Polish people love the United States, and we have a great history together that goes back a long time. Poland's an amazing country with an amazing history. It's a brave, proud people, heroic and tragic and long-suffering all at the same time. And I really wanted to share my love and affection and admiration for the Polish people in this story.
And Enemy Contact. Now, I know you're always building on your successes. What are you working on now? What's the next book, and what are you researching?
Well, there's a lot going on. I am working on actually a couple of different projects. One set in Mexico. And then I'm also actually working on a science fiction novel, trying something new for maybe next year.
And then you're going to be at Union Avenue Books, is that right?
Yeah, on Saturday, June 15th at 6 o'clock, Union Avenue Books, right across from Pete's. It's I love every bookstore, and especially ones that sell Enemy Contact, but it's a great independent bookstore. So
really
thrilled to be there signing books. Great Father's Day present.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Mike. We love catching up with you, and I guess we'll see you this time next year.
Absolutely.
With another new book, right?
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good to see you as always.
You too.